Hello, welcome to this video. I'm August from the TrackIt Team, and today I'm going to introduce you to the OpenSearch service from AWS, what its strong points are, how to use it, and how it can help you improve the performance of your project. Before getting started, if there's one thing you need to know, it's that Amazon OpenSearch is a search and analysis engine. It can do all sorts of things, but its main functionality is indexing and searching textual or structured data. Now you've got that in your head, but you can't quite see what it means in concrete terms. Let's imagine you're the administrator of a website with a huge number of users. Every day, your site generates hundreds of thousands of lines of logs describing user connection, errors, API calls, traffic flow, and so on. The application generates log files in text format, which can be either JSON or classic log lines. The file format is not very important, but remember that the application generates log files. You are an administrator who does its job very well, and you are going to send test files to OpenSearch. OpenSearch will index each line of test files so that each log lines become a document in OpenSearch. When we talk about indexing, we mean that OpenSearch creates index like that to store test documents. Thanks to this indexing, you will then be able to make quick search to return all the lines containing error, for example. You can even use OpenSearch dashboard to see the number of errors per hour, the IP generating the most API calls, or detect the slowest endpoint. And finally, you can set up alert to be notified by emails, Team, or Slack if, for example, more than 100 errors appear in 5 minutes, or if an IP makes too many requests, which could be a possible DDoS attack. As you can see from the example I've just shown you, OpenSearch is an AWS service that automatically indexes every text document, sort by date, log type, and severity level, so you know if the log is an info, error, or debug log. Search ultra fast by keyword or filter, can also aggregate data to create statistic, dashboard, and personalized alert. So this is all great, but you're not a website administrator. You are a journalist and you don't just have large volume of text. You've got a lot of images, audio, video, and text, and it's not uncommon for you to have trouble finding your way around. Don't worry, OpenSearch is once again the solution to your problem. The problem is that, as I said earlier, OpenSearch can only index text, so we are going to have to pair it with Media-to-Cloud. This time you're not going to put your content directly on OpenSearch because, as I said, it can't handle video. You're going to put your video on an S3 bucket or on a web application that will put your video on an S3 bucket. Media-to-Cloud will then automatically trigger and launch a whole suite of tools. It will use image recognition to detect no personality faces and detect objects like a car, a flag, or a crowd. Media-to-Cloud will also trigger Amazon Transcribe to generate a full audio transcription of the video and identify when certain words are spoken. And optionally, it will also trigger Amazon Comprehend to detect identities such as name, organization, or location. Once this is done, all the extracted metadata such as text, people, object, timestamp, label, this time it's sent to an OpenSearch index. And finally, in the same way as before, you will be able to perform intelligent searches with OpenSearch. You will be able to search by person names, a personality face that may have been detected, by word spoken in a video, by object detected, by time period, for example, a video published in January 2025 with the word election, or all at once, I want a video with Kanye West saying I guess we'll never know with a microphone that was published between 2004 and 2006. And OpenSearch will instantly display all matching video with the exact timestamp when the person appears and the word you're looking for was spoken. And that's what OpenSearch is all about. It can index text on its own, and Media-to-Cloud is a pipeline that will do the job for it with video, audio, and images. But behind it, always with OpenSearch, that you will look for what you have started. For example, Netflix, the BBC, Comcast, and Vanguard all use these services. It's something that's widely used and high demand in major media companies, and I'm sure this isn't the last time you will hear of it. I focused the video on log analysis and video and image management for a media company, but with OpenSearch you can do a whole host of other things such as create an internal search engine, monitor API performance, or explore business data in real time. There really is a lot to do, and don't stop at what I've said in this video. OpenSearch was originally based on Elasticsearch and Kibana open source project for data visualization. It was launched by AWS after Elasticsearch code was no longer open source, so it's now evolving on its own as OpenSearch. It is therefore an alternative to Elasticsearch, provided as a managed service, by Amazon. So don't be surprised if you hear Elasticsearch mentioned when you're doing research, as it's quite simply the project from which OpenSearch originates. To be exact, OpenSearch is a fork of Elasticsearch, so it's duplication of two projects, each evolving on its own. And earlier, so as not to give you too much information at once, I told you you've got OpenSearch dashboard where you can see all your statistics, and that's the replacement for Kibana. It was also originally in the open source project for data visualization. So don't be surprised when you search to read Kibana instead of OpenSearch dashboard. It's the same thing. By the way, to avoid confusion, Elasticsearch has been open source again since 2024. Elasticsearch has stopped being open source as of 2021 because according to them, AWS wasn't collaborating appropriately. But now the two projects are separate, they no longer collaborate, so there's no longer any problem. Thank you for watching this video. Don't hesitate to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, and see you soon in a new video. Bye.